Shtëpia e shqiptarit, e mysafirit, e Zotit.
בזמן שבאירופה נרצחו מיליונים של יהודים, אנחנו ברחנו לאלבניה, ולמזלנו ניצלנו. אמנם הייתי ילדה בת 6, אבל אני זוכרת את זה כאילו אתמול זה קרה. ויש לי רצון לא נורמלי, זה גם היה לאבא, שניסה לאלבניה, ניפגש, אולי מישהו מהם עוד בחיים, להגיד להם תודה. יש אנשים שאני מספרת להם על אלבניה, הם לא יודעים איפה המקום הזה, הם פשוט לא יודעים על מה אני מדברת, איפה זה, מה זה.
אני רוצה גם לבוא איתך.
יאללה, אני אשמח מאוד.
אני ממש רוצה.
כיף, נעשה זאת.
I also didn't know anything about Albania until Annie told me a wondrous and unknown rescue story. An entire nation, Muslim for the most part, saved thousands of Jewish refugees from the Nazis. Annie agreed that I document her journey to express her thanks, and I joined her.
והתחילה נסיעה שלנו לגן עדן, ואנחנו לא ידענו שאנחנו הולכים שם. מי ידע מי זה אלבניה? עברנו את הגבול והתחלנו להרגיש באמת זה. אנחנו נושמים אוויר אחר לגמרי. זה לגמרי לא אירופה, זה איזשהו איש שלא קיים בעולם, זה אלבניה.
In 1939, Albania was occupied by fascist Italy, an ally of Nazi Germany. The Italian occupiers did not send Jews to concentration camps. Therefore, Albania was a safe haven for thousands of Jewish refugees from all over Europe. Annie cannot believe that she's back in Albania. It's been over 70 years. Her family, who escaped from Yugoslavia, was saved at the end of the war in the village of Zalher. This is the first place she wants to visit. The profound memory etched in the soul of a 6-year-old girl was never erased. The sights stir images submerged deep in her consciousness.
כן. בואי ניכנס פה.
את באמת בטוחה שזה הבית?
Poi nishal po mishu. Buongiorno, scusate signore, posso vedere qui qualche cosa? La casa? In questo posto aveva una casa che io sono stata qui in tempo della guerra.
Sì,
posso vederla?
La casa che sta sotto dietro questo.
Grazie.
Potete venire.
Grazie. Grazie mille, mi fa piacere. Io mi ricordo di questa casa, non era così bella però,
Sì, possiamo andare.
Era da questo posto, grazie. Questi sono tanti ricordi
sì.
di questo posto, io mi ricordo quando era piccolina, Paperina, la madre, sì, con i suoi paperini. hanno passato di qui. Per noi questo era un divertimento, un gioco magnifico. Ecco, mi pare che questa è la casa con 2 piani, che il primo piano noi ci siamo stati.
Sì.
מה עובר לך בראש שאנחנו פה בכפר?
הריח של הכפר. זה מחזיר אותי לילדות. אני זוכרת איך חמדי בבוקר, עוד לא האירה השמש, העביר אותנו לכאן, בדרך לא דרך, ורק שלא יגלו אותנו. הוא רצה פשוט מאוד לקיים את ההבטחה שלו, שהוא יעביר אותנו חיים ובריאים, איך שאומרים באלבנית, לקיים את הבשר. הוא הביא אותנו לכאן, כמובן זאת הייתה איזו משפחה, עם הרי חמולות גרו. ופה הרגשנו קצת יותר בטוח. אני בתור ילדה הרגשתי נהדר, בלי פחד, הייתי בחוץ, היו פה חבר'ה צעירים נחמדים.
Annie refers to the Italian soldiers who were in the village at the time.
האהוב ליבי היה ג'קומו, אחר כך גלו וצ'ירילו. והם כל ערב היו מתיישבים, לוקחים אותי על הברכיים ומתחילים לשיר. El primo amore non si scorda mai, el vecchio ritornello me l'hai detto, perché tu dimenticarmi non potrai, la prima volta io ti stringo al petto, torna mio primo amore. זמרת בלי קול.
מאיפה האיטלקית שלך?
אני חושבת שמהם למדתי. מיר? נו מיר? זה מלפפון של חמור.
Annie found the house where she was hidden, but there is no one here she can thank. The family left the village long ago.
פולון ביקש ממני שנעבור דרך בית הקברות, כי זה יום השנה להוריו, ואני הסכמתי. זו לא סטייה גדולה מהדרך.
זה דווקא יכול להיות מעניין לראות את בית הקברות פה.
In Albania non fanno differenza tra i musulmani, cattolici, ortodossi, ebrei, propria mentalità che c'è in Albania, diciamo dei musulmani che sono tolleranti per quanto riguarda le religioni. Come il caso di mio padre era musulmano e ha sposato una famiglia da donna ebrea. Mio padre è riuscito a fare documentazione, i certificati come nomi musulmani e cittadini nazionalità albanese.
It is impossible to ignore the bunkers. They speckle the landscape like scars. The Albanian dictator, Enver Hoxha, commanded forced labor to build 750,000 bunkers. It looks like a horror movie. Turns out there was one bunker for every 3 Albanians. From the end of World War II, Hoxha envisioned the next apocalypse in his distorted mind. Albania became one big bunker. The people were scared and completely isolated from the rest of the world. After extended efforts, Ennie found Naim, the son of Hamdi Kasapi, who saved her family. Hamdi has already died, but to Ennie, it's important that his son hears how devotedly loyal his father was to the Albanian Code. She never met Naim before, as he was born after the war. Arvi, Naim's son, translates for us.
Sono tanto felice di vederti e volevo sapere qualche cosa. Cosa ti hanno raccontato di noi?
Edhe më kujtohet shumë mirë kur kam qenë fëmijë, kemi parë fotografitë e familjes. Edhe ndërmjet fotografive ka dalë edhe një fotografi që unë e kam këtu. Edhe e kam pyet babain, po këto kush janë? Këto janë familja e një ebrei që ka jetuar në kohët e luftës në 43-në, 44-në me neve. Në familje, brenda familjes, u tregonte historia e asaj kohe. Kaq kështu, pastaj edhe veprimet që kanë ndodhur me ato, është ajo që thatë edhe ju, që një ushtar gjerman e ka kapur babain ti për fyti, edhe i ka treguar që trego ku janë qifutët, ku janë izraelitët. Mirë pa i ka thënë që këtu nuk ka këtu izraelit, nuk ka, jo s'ka, edhe e ka kap për fyti, gjyshja ime, zyraja, ka quar në këmbë, edhe i ka thënë mjaft, edhe i ka tundur të spijat. Të spijat janë kështu që bëjnë muslimanët, e ka beson në Zot, beson i fiducia in Dio, edhe ato pastaj janë shtangur. Hamdiu ti ka rënë të fikët, është rëxuar për në tokë, edhe ato kanë thënë që këtu nuk ka, hajde hikin.
E la mia madre era sicura che dopo, in una ora venderanno ancora una volta per prenderla. E lei ha detto a Sonia, alla tua nonna, ti prego Sonia, prendi i miei bambini come tu, lei ti chiameranno mamma. E lei ha detto, loro saranno come i miei figli. E questo io piangevo molto perché credevo che era vero. E lei ha detto, bambini, siate forti, voi siate in buone mani. Perché hanno fatto questo?
Një mik i Hamdiut, i është lutur Hamdiut që kam një familje ebreje dhe duam që ta bim këty që ta shpëtojmë nga për ndjekja naziste. Edhe Hamdiu ka qenë dakord, po, patjetër, sepse shqiptari e ka për kënaqësi me ndihmu një familje tjetër në pozitat vështira.
Dimmi, Naim, hai qualche ricordi di noi in Albania in tempo della guerra?
Po.
Sì? Magnifico.
Che këtu më.
Michali, look at this.
Wow, I have the same picture.
Wow.
This is the same.
Questo è originale. Oi. Vuoi vedere?
Sì,
Questo abbiamo lo stesso.
Stesso.
Hai visto? Stesso foto.
Tregoj që kush janë të ne. Me ne për ne.
Mio padre, sì, mio padre. Questo è il signor Battino, ma ebreo come noi. Mia madre.
Tua madre, tua nonna,
Sì,
mia nonna,
lo so.
mia papà,
Sì, Hamdi, Tello
mio
Marcel,
fratello.
io, Ennie. Questa è questa casa.
Sì.
Eh,
questa
siamo
casa
stati
che ci-
e per questo volevo molto vedere
shtëpia
questa.
jonë, po.
With your generation.
Love you. Love you. Love you.
Sepse kështu trashëgohet,
Da.
me fjalë, i jipet brezi, nga brezi në brez, vjen besa.
אני קיימתי את ההבטחה שלי, לא קיימתי, הגשמתי.
The Albanian moral code is a sacred tradition. Over the years, it was compiled in the Kanun, which covers all areas of life. The Besa, or promise, is a pledge of honor. It is an oral commitment, stronger than a signature, and once given, it binds even the most distant family members. The Besa applies to all Albanians, Christians, Muslims, commoners and leaders. Whoever violates the Besa is severely punished. If you take someone in and give him the Besa, you commit to keeping him safe at all costs. This is how, in times of danger, entire families were saved. They were sent to relatives who were obliged to take them in. Leah, Annie's younger daughter who lives in the US, arrives by surprise. Only Yasha, Annie's late husband, is missing at this reunion. He too was saved as a child in Albania, and Annie promised him before his death that she would thank the Albanian nation in his name as well.
Sot kemi disa mysafirë të ardhur nga Izraeli. Një përshëndetje, një mike e afërt e Shqipërisë që ka qenë gjatë periudhës së luftës së dytë. Në kohën ku ju e dini që ishte holokausti në të gjithë botën. Faleminderit.
Good morning. I'm very, very excited to be here because I was a small girl. I was here with my parents and we were hiding here in the Second World War. And I came here to say thank you to the Albanian people who saved us. Thank you.
The Kanun's rigid laws highlight the Besa and the attitude towards those persecuted. Unfortunately, this unique tradition preserved in Albania was not extended to other European countries. Annie takes her daughters to the border pass between Yugoslavia and Albania. Memories of the crossing in the forest have haunted her since childhood.
אני זוכרת שיצאנו בלילה, לא היה ירח. אז אני אומרת לאמא שלי, אמא, אני לא רואה את האצבע, נורא חשוב. אז היא אומרת, אני יודעת, מתוקה שלי, יש פה אנשים שהובילו אותם. הלכנו ופתאום שמענו קולות של אופנועים וזרקורים. האיש האלבני אמר לנו, תסתתרו מהר, זה היה הפחד הכי גדול. התכופפנו, זה לא היה צפוף כל כך, זה היה די דליל. ואז, אני לא יודעת איך, הוא מגיע עד הנה, הוא עובר אותנו. ולמזלנו לא מכוון אלינו את הזרקורים, הוא ממשיך.
אבל את ילדה בת 6, כאילו, מה? אני לא יכולה לדמיין את זה.
אנחנו היינו מבוגרים, נניח, יכולנו גם פתאום להשתעל, לטטש, אני לא יודעת מה שילדים עושים בדרך כלל. אנחנו, בתור ילדים, כבר ידענו שאם יגלו אותנו, זה הסוף שלנו. זה הבנו. כשהם עברו אותנו, ואז אמרתי לאמא שלי, אמא, אני רועדת, אבל בשפה ילדותית. ידרתי, מאמה, במקום דרכתי, אמרתי לה, מאמה ידרתי. ואז היא לקחה אותי, דושו מויה, והיא אומרת, ליבי, נשמתי, זה ביוגוסלבי. דושו מויה, סרצה מויה, והיא מחבקת אותי חזק. אותו לילה השאירו אותנו במקום. הוא אמר לנו שהם יבואו לקראת הבוקר להביא סוסים.
למה היה צריך להביא סוסים?
כי הלכנו כל הזמן ברגל, והם ראו שסבתא לא יכולה יותר ללכת, וגם אבא לא כל כך הרגיש טוב, ואנחנו, רק הגיבורות שתינו, אמא ואני, הלכנו ברגל דרך הרים, שדות. אבא היה בטוח שזהו, זה הסוף שלנו, וחשבנו שלא יחזרו. ובאמת הדליקו שם איזו מדורה קטנה שנתחמם כי היה קור כלבים, ולקראת בוקר אנחנו רואים שניים שבאים עם הסוסים. אני היום מתרגשת, כי אני זוכרת את זה כאילו שזה היה אתמול.
Annie's daughters want to find out more about their family's fate. They go to the National Archive in Tirana, which only recently opened to the public.
We can find documents that state officials, ministers, did protect the Jews not only during the Italian occupation, but also during the German occupation, which was a hardship during that time. The Albanian state during that time were collaborating with the German troops. But as it seems, they were not collaborating with the Nazi ideology. So it is a state effort to help the Jews. It's not just individual effort. It's not just an effort of the religious communities. It's not an effort of the liberation movement in Albania, but also it is an effort of those people who collaborated otherwise with the occupying forces on other areas, but not on this issue.
Jafar Deva, Minister of Interior at the time, generally complied with the Germans. But when asked for the complete Jewish name list, he adamantly refused. In September 1943, Italy surrendered to the Allies and the Germans occupied Albania. The Jews were in mortal danger, and so were the Albanians who saved them.
Në Elbasan erdhën Gjermanët, Izraelitët u largu për një herë në bazën rezervë, në shingjerit të Bizës.
אותו ערב, המפקד האיטלקי אסף את כל היהודים, ואמר להם בעצם, רבותיי, אנחנו גמרנו כאן, אנחנו עוזבים, אנחנו לא יכולים לעזור לכם יותר, אני שרפתי את כל המסמכים שלכם, אתם יכולים ללכת. ובאותו מעמד, פקידי עירייה, ראש העיר, למעשה של קביים, עמדו שם וחילקו תעודות. זה כנראה התעודות האלה, אנחנו לפי התעודה הזאת מוסלמים, ואני זוכר באמת שאכן שהגענו לטיראנה, הצגנו עצמנו כמוסלמים.
The Italian soldiers who were the occupiers in Albania could not foresee the Germans' attitude towards them following the surrender of Italy.
הם היו מאושרים שהם גמרו את המלחמה. finita la guerra, הם רוצים הביתה. לא תיארו לעצמם שבעצם הגרמנים הם אספו אותם לתוך מחנות ריכוז, הם התעללו בהם.
The Albanian Code refers to anyone who is persecuted. Thus, the Albanians saved 20,000 Italian soldiers who were their occupiers just the day before. Now, the Italians were marked by the Nazis as defectors, whose penalty is death.
Ato ushtarët
italian u shpërndar. Dhe shumë familje elbasanëse i mori në gjirin e tyre. Këto ushtarë nuk i la për humanizëm. Edhe pse kam qenë e vogël, ushtari që i ka jetu tek neve, quhesh Sisa Celestina. Ne e thirrnim Celeste.
Ma lui è scappato dai tedeschi, altrimenti sarebbero stato preso dai tedeschi. Lui ha voluto scappare e si è rifugiato in questa famiglia.
Celestia ishte basi çuni i shtëpisë. Ndihmonte në shtëpi kur kishin e nevojë, hanim bashk, rinim bashk.
Si trattavano in questa famiglia come fratelli e si piaceva stare lì.
Dhe humbëm lidhjet, vitet të tana, një jetë. Në 95-ën, ky Celestia, mas demokracisë, kishte ba një letër të shkruar me dorën e vet, i jep letrën, shkruaj me adresën që na jepte aty, shkon letra dhe na kthen e bia Laura, na kthen përgjigje. Ka ba një letër të gjatë goxha Laura, na kthen përgjigje, duke thënë që është e lumtur që u lidhëm për baba Celeste kishte ndru jetë para ca kohësh.
Peccato che i nostri genitori non avevano l'occasione per ringraziare alle albanesi che hanno salvato italiani e tanti ebrei.
The Israeli ambassador to Albania helps us find rescuers. He informs us that someone from Macedonia is looking for a Mrs. Ennie Altaratz. Annie is certain that it's related to her husband's rescue story. We're on our way to this meeting.
Dobar dan.
Dobar dan, koji ste vi, gospodine?
Ja sam sin Velja.
Ne.
Treba će se...
Ramčo? Ima le... Kako vi dođete tu?
Eve najdab me,
A što dat nisam ih hvali? Jau. Аз не верувам.
Сеќаш...
Како, што правите тука?
Дојдавме...
Ой, Михаил. אני לא מאמינה. אני חשבתי שהוא כבר איננו. רנצ'ו, הבן של וליה.
Дека тука сте некаде. Друг командуе со нас.
Господот, Богот. הוא רוצה להראות לי תמונה. וליה. כמו אבא שלו, לא נולד עוד אחד, וזה נכון כמה הוא סיכן את מה. Od koga je to ova, koga to behne?
Бугарите 45-та година е.
On беше с неговата беса, я знаеш, он каза, че ви донесам до Албания живи и здрави.
Сега, госпожа Едан, еве за Велија тука има како на беса Велија фамилија Франчес.
תראי, זה היה אינטרוויו.
Велија пред обздана спасили други луѓе, тука пише.
тука пише, Велија הציל אחרינו עוד אנשים.
Се дојде со луѓе од Тирана, 2 години од Тирана, она знае да пеа албанска химна Амедзого.
אני מתעלפת, לא יודעת. הוא אומר שהוא זוכר שאני יודעת לשיר את ההמנון האלבני.
Па ја не можев да застанам.
Да плачете. הוא בוכה. אל תבכה. נמה да плачете. אז כבי זה גרלה. וליה, רנצ'ו, יו.
In October 1944, World War II ended in Albania, and the communist partisan leader Enver Hoxha took over. He was a cruel dictator who killed his opponents without hesitation. Hoxha ruled with terror over a small country, and the Albanian people lived in poverty and fear for over 50 years.
Mia famiglia era contro la dittatura comunista, hanno lottato, così per 45 anni ho passato nel campo di concentramento. E io non voglio parlare con la mia passata, e c'è una angoscia, che i ricordi ci sono troppo tristi.
Enver Hoxha died in 1985. But world communism only collapsed in 1991. Albania was liberated and became a democracy. And finally, the past could be discussed without fear.
Il mio zio e anche il governo, che il primo ministro era Mustafa Kruja. Il mio zio, nel tempo quando era ministero d'interno, ha dato 3 ordini, io ce l'ho nelle tasche, per tutti gli ebrei che avevano il passaporto albanese di dare il passaporto dell'Italia, di andare nel sud d'Italia perché ha vinto la libertà. Uno c'è per tutti, per 2000 famiglie, uno di questi documenti. Sono fiero anche per il mio zio, salvato la vita degli ebrei.
The words of Simon Miraka illustrate the uniqueness of the Albanian people. It wasn't only the commoners and countrymen who saved Jewish refugees. The actions of the Albanian leadership under the occupation inspired the entire nation. The sister of Mustafa Kruja, Prime Minister of occupied Albania, is perhaps one of the last witnesses of his term in office. She fled to the US and returned when Albania became a democracy.
Angela Muka.
Piacere.
When Mustafa Kruja took the power around the border of Albania, we had 350 Jewish family bombed, known, grew, me, pledge, dun me hy në Shqipëri. They want to enter in Albania. The Kruja told the officer, enter everyone in our
Jewish people. Every Jewish people that want to come in
our border. Mustafa Kruja guided him to find houses, every hotels. They have to be cared, to take also new clothing. Next day, he talked to them. You are welcome because Albanian people are sweet, care, because they have suffered themselves like you. Occupation after occupation.
That night, we had an unexpected discovery.
This is a true story related to the brother of my great father, who was a doctor, who in this period was the doctor of the king and had a lot of relations with Hebrews. Dr. Basho helped Einstein to come in Albania and to have an Albanian passport. Not only Einstein, but everybody in this time to have Albanian documents. It's a fact that Albania changed the Hebrew names in passports. Let's say Zaharia was changed to Zafir, etc. So existed a lot of passports in our archival states, passports with Muslim names. These are the facts I know about secret visit of Einstein in Tirana. He stayed here for 3 days, and after that voyage to France. I think Einstein used Albanian passport with changed name.
King Zog I brought Jewish doctors persecuted by the Nazis to Tirana. He later became a refugee himself and went into exile when Albania was occupied by fascist Italy. His grandson, Prince Leka II, returned from exile to Tirana and invited Annie to his grandfather's palace, where he resides.
Welcome. Pleasure.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Khan.
Please join me.
Annie has fulfilled a childhood dream of meeting a prince. But more than that, it was a profound urge to thank the Albanian people officially one more time.
I'm so happy to be here in Albania.
Well, welcome.
It was really my dream to come here and to thank and to say thank you very much to the Albanian people. I was safe here, and I am very happy and excited. And the Albanian receive us so good, and I have it. I really don't know how to thank them.
So it's a great pride, especially for my generation, to hear the story, to hear the legacy of my grandfather and what the monarchy did to save so many families. It's an amazing history. Because my grandfather was very much, had a very strong affinity with the Jewish people.
They risk their life for us, and we can never forget it. And
I'm so grateful.
I'm really grateful. I don't know how many times to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Never will not forget it.
It's very sad that Albania was the only country in the whole of Europe which saved the population as a safe haven. And it was the only occupied country which did not have one single Jewish person persecuted. My grandfather as king, he did his duty. He did his duty in saving so many families. And his legacy, his ideas, continued.
I would like to give you a special gift from Israel, from Jerusalem. It is called a Hamsa. It is like a hand, and it's a symbol of health and luck. And this is in remembrance to the hand that your grandfather gave to the Jews.
Thank you very, very much. Oh, beautiful. Very symbolic. I think life is a compilation of memories. And that's why your memories are so very important. And your story is essential for the next generation, so that we don't forget.
Annie's journey is complete. In the roaring chaos the world over, there was one small country, unknown to many, where the values of human compassion and love of all mankind were preserved.